here's the S14 motor that I was talking about on that car that we sent to the body shop to get the engine bay painted. This is an S14 2.3 that we are going to be doing a 2.5 conversion on it. So nothing that hasn't been done before. So this motor has already been bored, honed, and decked. Motor was machined by QMP. And here we have, this kit's from Turner Motorsport, which is a 2.5 crank, factory crank, factory bearings, things like that. I believe those are Wiseco pistons and Potter rods. So we're gonna be putting this together. Adam's about to start cutting rings, assembling the bottom end. We have the cylinder head here. Was machined by another shop of the customer's choice. This head was actually pretty bad, so they went ahead and fixed it, repaired it. Super Tech valves, valve springs, straight cams. Now this car is not gonna be like a full race car, but the customer does want it to be a 2.5, does want to get as much power as we can give him while being reliable on an S14. But it should be good after it's all assembled. I believe we're going to be putting it on a Haltech. We're not 100% sure on that, but it will be going. We will be putting it on a standalone to properly tune it and do all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. You'll see Adam start assembling. He's going to start by cutting rings, setting in pistons, measuring the crank, doing all his thing here. But as you can see, the block is ready to go. Just updating you guys again. Short block has its rotating assembly, crank, rods, pistons. Next step after this is gonna be getting the rear main seal housing cover on, all the timing components, the timing cover. Flip this sucker over so you can see. Crank, rods, pistons. Again, this is a Turner 2.5 kit, so it comes with Potter rods. Potter rods supply ARP rod bolts, factory main and rod bearings. This kit comes with a factory head gasket, ARP head studs, so it will be getting all those items. We restored everything that's on the motor. I'm not sure if the customer wants to rebuild the throttle bodies or not. I'm pretty sure, almost 80% sure that he's gonna want to do that. So once the short block is assembled, we'll slap the head on here, and you guys will continue to see step-by-step process of what it's gonna entail to get this thing fully assembled. All right, another update on the turbo S54 swap E30 M3. This car is pretty much all done mechanically besides the tune. Jordan promises me that he'll be able to do it like the second week of March, which is great. It'll give us time to do a little bit more work. But as far as all the fabrication on the turbos side of things, it's done. The motor is complete. The motor runs good, sounds good. Heat exchanger's on, the oil cooler's on. the cooler back from powder coat. We just did wrinkle finish black. This is the charge pipe. We're still missing a coupler here because I gotta install the MAF, but this is basically the finished product as far as this goes. Still gonna build a cover for the headlights, still gonna build an air box for it. Since we're waiting for Jordan, the customer wants to go ahead and do the door panels and a few interiors mods on it. So we're gonna send the car off to upholstery, get some of that stuff done before we do the glass. But if all goes well, by the time Jordan gets here, it should have door panels, seats, and glass back on it. But like I said, mechanically, it is ready for the dyno. Besides my charge pipe missing some couplers and my MAF. But we're good to go. Next time you see this car, if all goes well, it'll be on the dyno with Jordan, giving it the sauce. We also are working on this customer's 92 convertible. He originally came to me with the E30 wagon that he wanted an S54 swap. Bought the motor, bought all the suspension stuff, everything was in the works. And then he asked me if it was too much trouble to help him find the convertible rather than building this wagon. And I said, yeah, absolutely. So we found him this, which originally was a Laguna Green E30. It's gonna start out as a 318, but it's clear gonna get a 54 swap. But not only is it gonna get a 54 swap, he also wants to color change it. And he chose Mineral Blue, which is an earlier E30 color. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. But it's a very unique, nice color. That's what he wants to go with, so we're gonna do that. I think it's gonna look phenomenal once it's all together with a black trim. And on top of that, it's in a DS54 swap. So my brother's getting all the paint, all the body work done, we rolled the fenders, engine bay's getting prepped, stripped, ready for the S54 swap. And this car should be painted over the next couple weeks. And then we'll take it back to the other shop and start the S54 swap.
Moments later.
This car, we've nicknamed it Gumby, obviously because of the color. Those of you who know, know. Those of you who don't, are probably a little too young. This car is gonna get an S54 swapped. It's not a full restoration, but customer did do the color change. And you know, it got all the goods, ground control coilovers, AKG bushings, powder coated front and rear subframes. So the next step for this car is we're gonna drop in the S54, drop in the trans, start doing the drivetrain. Once the drivetrain is all done, we literally are just gonna bolt this car together. The body stuff, the body panels, everything is already done. Once that's all bolted on, we're gonna put in the interior. It's gonna get a factory tan interior, nothing crazy, but I'm really excited to see the finished product on this, and I'm pretty sure like it's gonna be, you know, the color took a little while to grow on me, but I think it's gonna look really, really good once it's all done. It will be getting 16-inch style 5s, which aren't on there yet, but these are just rollers. But I think the end result's gonna be great.